So once you've got your foot on the pedal, there's basically two different techniques that you need to learn. The first one is heel up, which is where you have your heel just off the base of the foot plate. It's not necessarily a thing where you have to have your foot all the way up, anything drastic like that. Although you sometimes do see people have a fair incline there. But really, all you need to do is just raise your heel a tiny bit off the base of the foot plate, maybe an inch or just a couple of centimeters. And with that extra elevation, that extra leverage, you can actually get a lot more power and velocity and momentum into the stroke. So you see a lot of drummers who play, heavier styles like rock and funk and so forth use heel up. And for me, it's what I use the majority of the time. Another way of playing the pedal is heel down. So instead of having the heel off the foot plate, you just keep it down. And here, when you play the stroke, you let the beater rebound off the head and you don't bury it into the head. A lot of people say that you shouldn't bury it into the head when you're playing heel up either, and that's fine. You definitely get a lot more sustain from your drum if you do that. Kind of like when you're hitting just any other drum, particularly toms. But I find that I do like to bury it into the skin when I play heel up. But with heel down, it's very easy to let the beater come back off the head. And therefore it works really well in softer styles. Particularly I like to use heel down maybe in jazz when I've got my bass drum tuned a little bit higher. Maybe I have no hole on the front, okay, so I'm getting a really long sustain to the note. Well, obviously that thinking that I was talking about as far as hitting a drum and obviously letting the stick come back when you hit a drum, it applies to the bass drum in that sense, because if you're going to bother having that warm resonant tone, that ambient sound, that long sound, and that long sustain sound, then you don't want to be burying the beater in the head because it'd just sound really strange. If you are going to bury the beater into the head, it probably works when you've got a really detuned bass drum where you're getting that short, fat sound rather than a long, slightly higher pitched sound. So that's heel down and heel up. And there's no reason at all why you have to subscribe to only one. I definitely use both, and you can go in and out of them as well. You don't just have to play, a tune only with, heel up, and then another song only with heel down. So they're the two most common techniques.